Town slugger, why after why we ain't never got herself made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Starting like no one stunning. She curved back then, came back, so I swung her.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Prescott on first down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Prescott from the gun. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. That goes out wide to Murray. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Throwing is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. Lamb to return it. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott to throw it. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll throw again. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Prescott now. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Derek Wolfe, his 2nd sack of the night. So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. looking to throw. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And again, it's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Zerline's kick is up and through. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
From the 17, Jackson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Leaping, and he makes the grab. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this one is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Prescott yet again. Now that's Elliott, complete. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. To throw is Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check right. Watch the pass. Mike, 55. 55. Hey, tank. Mike, 55.
Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. Bulldozes past him. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Prescott on 1st down. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's taken down inside the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
Here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down. Inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 10.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Throwing is Jackson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Boyle here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether there's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
To throw on second and 10, Jackson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Elliott. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Prescott to throw this time. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Derek Wolfe in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Prescott on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott there to make the grab. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT, and it is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They go play action with Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like...
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. 47. What we got? Everyone.
Throwing here, Prescott. Flushed out right. And this one's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
A dump off to Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Zerline's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Now there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.